time for the most anticipated meeting in the Firelands Conference. It's finally arrived. Nolan McCall and the St. Paul Flyers are looking to stay in the title race against Justice Thompson and the Crestview Cougars. The Cougars, all they need today is a win to give St. Paul 2 conference losses, and they'll control their own destiny the rest of the way for their 3rd consecutive title for the first time since 1982. We'll see if they can do it tonight, live and free on the OH Report. And welcome back on the OH Report. Time for your pregame show brought to you by Scout Construction LLC. This is Jonathan Langdon with you alongside Travis Berardi for a Firelands Conference duel that everyone's been waiting for. The Crestview Cougars taking on the St. Paul Flyers.
Yeah, this is a game that you look forward to every single year just for the reason that these two teams are in it for the conference championship almost every year. I mean, you take into consideration Western Reserve a couple times, South Central, but it's these two teams that have mostly run the Firelands Conference over the last 10 years. And once again, second half of the season coming down to the end, it's these two teams. Especially
as of late, Crestview's won the last two titles, but they shared it last year with this crew, the St. Paul Flyers. They come in this year just as hot, 12-5 on the year, 8-1 in the Firelands Conference. They've got 6 straight wins under their belt, Travis.
Yeah, and they needed some the hold off. I wouldn't say heroics, but they needed to hold off St. Mary's Central Catholic in their last game a few days ago. Held a comfortable lead, but then just had to hold on 43-39. But a win's a win, and it gets you ready. Maybe they were looking ahead to this game, but, you know, they got the win. Now they can focus on tonight.
It's the only team that beat Crestview last year, and they're going to be led by pretty much the same guy that helped them do it a year before, Nolan McCall, averaging a double-double right now at about 12 points, 10 rebounds, had a career-high 6 blocks in that game against St. Mary's.
Yeah, the special mention, All-Ohioan in Division IV last year. You know, he had a career-high 6 blocks against St. Mary's Central Catholic. If he can be that dominant in the paint again tonight, it's going to change things.
Yeah, so you see McCall getting ready to go. St. Paul will wear black here today, and they'll take on the Crestview Cougars, a team that is even hotter than Norwalk, believe it or not. 14-2, 9-0 in the Firelands Conference. And believe it or not, the 2 losses they have had to their belt against 2 MOAC teams, Ontario and Highland.
Yeah, and kind of head-scratchers because they beat Colonel Crawford, and that's Colonel Crawford's lone loss for a team that's probably going to win a Northern 10 championship. They have some big wins. They beat Fredericktown as well down at Fredericktown. They are going to be champions in the KMAC as well, most likely. They're playing in a championship game tonight, but two losses, but hey, that can keep them on their toes as they go on here.
And then no shockers here for your player spotlight. Justice Thompson coming off his best performance of the year. He had 37 points. Let me set the scene for you against Mapleton. 37 points. The last 11 points for Crestview in the game. They were down 6 with a minute to go, and he was able to pull through and get them the 59-56 win over Mapleton.
He's that guy, simply that guy. Over 1,000 points now. He is now the leader, a squad last year that, you know, took Margaretta to the wire in the district championship game. Chip on his shoulder from last year, and he's carrying this squad this season as they want to get back and maybe further in the tournament.
Averaging 26.5 points a game. He shoots 54% from the field, one of the most efficient guys we have in Richland County this season. We'll take a break, come back with your keys to victory, also starting lineups and tip-off live and free on the OH Report.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to.
And time to wrap up our pregame show, brought to you by Scout Construction LLC. Jonathan Langdon, Travis Berardi, Crestview taking on St. Paul here from the Cougar Den. And we've got starters for you. We'll start with Norwalk St. Paul. Jacob Zuccaro, the senior 6'5 guard, wears number 1. Also starting Grant Coonley, the sophomore 6'4 guard. Number 2, Brock Hauk, number 5, the senior 6'1 post, will start alongside Corey Frazee, the senior 6'1 guard, wearing number 11. And rounding out the starting 5, number 21, Nolan McCall, senior 6'7 post. Then for Crestview, Tyson Ringler gets to start again. Number 1, the senior forward. Number 2, Daniel Wells, the junior guard. Number 4, Carter Agoon, the junior guard. And then number 10, Justice Thompson, the senior 6'5 forward. And the junior Drew Spohr, also a guard, wearing number 21. Those are your starters today. As we get ready for tip-off, let's go ahead and look at the keys to victory. We'll start with St. Paul. I think you want to do what you did against St. Mary's and have a little bit of a block party.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that presence underneath. Some teams, if you have an inside-out game, it has to start on the inside. If you get that block party going, you shut that down, and you can really focus on other things.
And then also take your time. Your defense is what really drives you. You have the best defense in the Firelands Conference, but you're taking on the best offense in Crestview. So the keys to victory for them to keep their offense streaking here tonight. The big thing is I think you create chaos on both sides of the floor.
As Ted Lasso said, bring the chaos hammer and just completely throw things out of whack. If you can get the other team out of their rhythm, it really gives you a good opportunity to take advantage.
And Crestview, even with lacking some size sometimes in some games, they still find ways to win the rebound battle.
It's not always about height when it comes to rebounding. You get your body on somebody, you move them out. It's just who's more physical. It's not sometimes about height. It's more about physicality. And if they can do that tonight, they'll win it on the boards.
Just about set for tip-off. Thanks to our sponsors bringing you this live and free coverage: Simonson Construction Services Incorporated, Scout Construction Services LLC, Sutton Bank, and Carothers Pest Control. Here we go. McCall and Thompson to tip. Justice wins it. Long tip over to the corner is collected by Goon. He'll bring up the ball.
As Bill Rafferty would say, St. Paul is the man-to-man defense.
Far side, we'll see Crestview work. Nice give and go to Goon inside, and that's how things will get started tonight.
Great job on the entry. Gave it off to the wing. Got a screen right down Main Street, 2-0.
Norwalk with the ball on offense, 12-5 on the year, 8-1 in the Firelands Conference. This is a must-win if they want the title this season. That shot no good on the near side by Grant Coonley. Here comes Crestview.
Yeah, had a really nice look, but just a little bit too much. And Crestview on the other end, right to the hoop. Second straight time they had an open look.
Tyson Ringler able to get the finish, get the quick first step past the defense.
That's exactly the start you wanted. They did the same exact thing last season as St. Paul turns it over.
Goon quickly the other way. Could it be a 6-0 run? Can't get that layup, but Ringler's there for the follow.
Starting 3 for 4 from the field, all inside the paint.
And outside of the tip, Justice Thompson has not touched the basketball yet. That layup's left just short from Zuccaro. Other way, Wells for 3. Can't get that. Ringler can't haul it in, but he does foul from behind Grant Coonley.
Yeah, another nice look. Crestview, every possession they've had good looks at the hoop. That time just unable to miss. And St. Paul finally able to get their first rebound of the game. On the other end, it was just a tough take. Zuccaro had it to the hoop, but just into the rim more than off the backboard. Couldn't get it to fall.
Drew Spohr taking the defensive responsibilities on the point guard Zuccaro, who gives to McCall, top of the key. Ringler defending him. He'll go into the post. Nice move.
Beautiful
Gets to the left side of the basket.
Just the foot movement can throw you off sometimes. He was able to keep his dribble. Nice pivot. Great move to the hoop. Got around his defender easy, too.
So that breaks the 6-0 run. Already 2 minutes into this first quarter. Here's the first touch of the ball on offense for Justice Thompson. He loses his dribble. And now it's back out top with Crestview.
This is a team all upperclassmen in the starting 5.
Justice is cut off. That will be an offensive foul. Basket went in, won't count.
Yeah. It was the ref with the good look. You see him here on the close end. Had a great view of it. And I think it's the same. He went a little out of control, lowered his shoulder, and it'll be his first foul.
Good job by Corey Frazee to draw the charge. He'll inbound here and give it to Zaccaro. Chance to get back to a one-possession game.
Always got to appreciate a kid that'll give up his body to get the charge.
That ball hits off of a Crestview foot, and it's still being fought for right at the half-court line. There's a whistle. Haven't gotten a call. Looks like now it'll be over and back.
Yeah. He had possession himself, picked it up, and then rolled. That's another right call.
Yeah, it was really close, but the official right there for it.
Had the left foot not fallen into the backcourt, if he had kept it in the air, that still would have been in the forecourt.
Crestview 6, St. Paul 2. Justice Thompson tightly defended right at that volleyball line. Ringler has 4 points so far. Goon with 2. Thompson still scoreless, but he's trying to change that here. He had no lane, but he made one for himself.
That's called a man on a mission right there. He would not be denied the hoop.
Justice Thompson coming off a season-high 37 points against Mapleton. Gets his first score on that last possession. Drive in here, shot no good from Coonley.
Had the extension with the right arm, but was just off the mark.
Ringler on the low block. Spins, rises, fires, and he scores again. It's a 10-2 game. Crestview with the lead. That's now 6 points for Tyson Ringler.
He did pretty much the same exact move as on the other end.
Nice pass inside. St. Paul, they get those 2 points right back on a layup from Brock Hauk.
Only their second field goal. 2 of 5 to start. However, Crestview on fire. 5 of 7 from the field.
Nearly halfway done with this first quarter. Gotta love the dream start for the Crestview Cougars as Thompson now drives, spins around, nearly lost it, recovers, and spins around, or swims around more so, and gets another bucket.
He got that extra pivot foot because he lost the handle. The St. Paul player touched it, and he got it back. Great ease of mind to understand that, but a great move on the other end for the answer by St. Paul.
Yeah, Zaccaro hung in the air and made the jumper. Solid job by him. It's 12-6. Ringler, plenty of space, lost it on the spin. Goon collects.
And you talked about that height advantage. That is what St. Paul can do with that height advantage. It's able to soar up and get that extension over top for a shot inside the paint.
Thompson spin through 2.
Goodness.
Easy layup. Other way, intercepted. Carter Goon, it's a 2-on-2 with Ringler with him. He'll go at it himself. It's a blocking foul, count it, and 1. What a start for the trifecta trio of Goon, Ringler, and Thompson. They have all 16 points.
This is a Crestview squad that wants to win an outright championship right here. You take care of business. Brian Skoronsky and myself called the game here last year that Crestview, 2 teams, I believe there's only 1 loss between the 2 early on in the season, and Crestview just completely ran St. Paul off the floor, and this is kind of looking like that once again.
Yeah, what a start for Crestview. New sub will come in, number 3, Max Durbin, the sophomore forward. And with 3:07 left, there's a 3-point play conversion from Crestview to make it 17-6.
And that was the first free throws attempted of the game, too. That's how cleanly this game has been played so far.
McCall triggers a 3 from the right wing. No, Durbin the rebound, gives it right to Wells. Under 3 minutes left in the first. Give and go.
What a pass.
Wells is
What a better
blocked
block.
off the backboard.
Wow.
Good play by McCall. Other way, St. Paul through the lane. Acrobatic finish at the cup.
That's a top play nominee for next week's Joe Show right there. Jonathan, wow.
The defense from McCall. Zaccaro the other way with the offense as Wells tries to respond quickly. He cannot. Ball falls in the hands of McCall. Here he comes. Feeds, top of the key for 3. Coonley makes it 17-11.
You can't leave anybody that open, especially a 44% three-point shooter. And just like that, St. Paul, a little momentum. They got this back down to 2 possessions.
Not bowing away just yet. 2 minutes to go. Thompson at the free throw line, spins, tough jumper, short, but Durbin there for the offensive board.
Second offensive rebound of this first quarter for Crestview.
Goon rips through into the basket. No shot, couldn't get it, but it is a foul, so 2 free throws on the way. That'll be on Fritz. That's his first foul. One of the subs that has just come in for the Flyers.
That's another thing. You're undersized against a team inside the paint. Use your speed as well. That first step, get around that defender, and then you have the upper hand.
Goons 2 for 2 from the line so far. Carter Goon 8 points against Mapleton, splits the pair here. And McCall snags and runs with it. McCall crossover move, gets past his defender, but good defense by the help guy. Carter Goon gets in there and forces the miss.
I think he just took a little too long to get the shot off and allowed that backside defender to get to him.
Drive in here by Ringler, can't get that. Quick outlet. Corey Frazee. Quick 3 may have been blocked. Good job by Goon again. And Thompson holds it up with 1:10 left in the first. He draws McCall, loses it on the way up. And that will be last off Justice.
Second turnover for Crestview. It was a good takedown there, but just slipped out of the hands at the last second. We don't have ice yet outside, but fingertips were like that for him there.
Under a minute here in the first quarter. Coonley in the corner right in front of Crestview's student section, takes a step to his right and knocks down the tough mid-range jumper. Coonley's got 5.
Yeah, and they're going to need him to continue making shots like that if they want to match the output of Crestview here.
5 points makes him the leading scorer for the team so far. As Daniel Wells has it here, behind the back move, cross-court pass, catch and shoot from Goon. Missed everything. And it's taken in by St. Paul. Landon Freeze up the floor. McCall's going to lay it up and in.
You saw he wanted to go for the flush, but just slipped at the end. Couldn't get it.
It's now a 1-possession game for the first time since the beginning of this quarter. Got a foul on the handoff to Thompson. McCall will pick this up. Just the 3rd foul here of the quarter for St. Paul, so it'll be a sideline out of bounds play.
Still plenty of time, too. 9 seconds for Justice Thompson to do something here with it.
One of the best players with 10 seconds left on the clock in any quarter. He'll drive inside, misses that short. 1 second still to go. Freeze at the horn, off the front rim. And that will end the first quarter. That could have tied it. Crestview 18, Flyers 15. We'll take a break, come back live and free on the OH Report.
Think it's time to wake 'em up. They've been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make.
And welcome back to the Cougar Den. Second quarter underway. Crestview up 18, St. Paul with 15. They've brought it within a possession. They've slowly crawled back into this game as Zaccaro holds it out top.
Slow start for St. Paul, but at the end of the quarter, shooting 50%. However, Crestview, same, shooting 50% as well.
Pass by McCall, tipped out of bounds. Flyers will retain possession. McCall has 4 points, leading the way. However, Grant Coonley, the sophomore, has 5. He's hit the only 3 so far in tonight's action. It's not typical for Crestview to not have a 3-pointer so far in this game, and for St. Paul now to have 2. McCall ties it up.
Just, again, enough space, was able to set up just like that, but he hit.
Yeah, Wells has been cold here so far in this game. He'll get it right back and give it to Goon. Ringler at the scorer's table waiting to check in. Thompson holds it top of the key, defended by Zaccaro. Thompson in that first quarter had 6 points. And it was mostly from doing what he's doing right now, driving to the left side of the basket, missed that jumper, and it's a chance to take the lead. Catch and shoot, Coonley short. Goon snags. It's a 3-on-2. Spoor through the middle of the lane. Keeps his footing somehow, and now he's going to be called for a 3-second violation.
Yeah, I think he got surprised that they didn't call the walk, and before he could realize he needed to put the ball up, he got called for the 3 seconds in the paint.
Well, he also had Nolan McCall on him, who just had 6 blocks in the last game, so that's definitely running through his mind. Stay tied at 18 after the turnover from the Cougars. McCall hesitation move, he's doubled, throws it away, Spoor the steal.
That was just a great job by Crestview, just at the last second coming down with the trap, and it was while he was in the air, couldn't do much with it.
No points yet in the second quarter with 2 minutes gone for Crestview, trying to change that here. Wells picks up his dribble, he's in some trouble, goes back out to the top. Goon holds on and calls another play.
You know, you thought after 6-7 minutes of that first quarter, Crestview really well in hand, but you know what? The 3-point shot, that's a great equalizer.
They could use one right here. Staying patient. Goon drives in, nearly got the tough angled layup. Here's McCall up the floor. Coonley swings, baseline drive for St. Paul. Ringler tried to block him off the backboard. 3 players went up to reject that shot. There's a foul as Freeze is going to shoot free throws.
Yeah, Goon went up, and then instead of staying straight up and down, he went for the block and got all arm, not ball.
Landon Freeze, the junior, 5'11" guard, shoots free throws. He makes the first. St. Paul has the lead for the first time today.
Yeah, you get this in a rivalry game. It's a game of runs back and forth, but St. Paul did a good job of settling in after the slow start.
And Freeze makes both. He'll go to the bench. And checking back into the game for him is Corey Frazee. Frazee scored 5 points, 3 assists on Sunday against St. Mary's. Thompson, tight pressure. Zaccaro is going to pick up another foul. It's actually his first, so well spread out the fouls so far today for both teams.
Yeah, if you're going to have a team that fouls a lot, you love to have it spread out so you don't have to go to your bench early if you don't want to.
The foul earlier that sent Freeze to the free throw line, that was on Goon. That was his first. Both teams have just 1 foul in the quarter. Spoor catching fire. He banks it in.
Also, as Bill Raftery would say, with a kiss.
Looked like his platform was a little off there. His right foot was a little more forward than he usually would like it to be, but he still got the basket in, and Crestview has the lead back.
Yeah, he stepped into that one. Was able to use the backboard to his advantage.
Zaccaro slowly dribbles with his left hand back to the top. Surveying the floor, Thompson defending. Zaccaro gets a screen, now he loses the basketball. Thompson leaks out, easy layup for him.
I was about to say before that three that Crestview, St. Paul able to get the momentum back, get back into the game. Now it's Crestview's turn to settle down and get it back.
McCall able to control himself through the lane and score again. McCall now on the game has 9 points. That is a game high so far. Crestview, however, still has the lead. Carter Goon will control the floor again. Wells on the right wing. Thought about the three. Now he'll give to Justice. Thompson, hop step, misses it short. Not enough oomph on the shot. Here comes St. Paul.
And that was another situation where he didn't expect to be that open. It kind of threw him off.
Coonley finds a shooter, top of the key, no good there. McCall with the rebound, tried to pass it out quick, and it was stolen away. Another takeaway from Spoor. Thompson has a lane. He'll take it all the way for two.
It's that first step that's pivotal. He's able to throw off his defender. Clean and open path to the hole.
He now takes the game lead. He has 10 so far today. It's Crestview with the lead, 25-22. 3 minutes to go in the half. Fake handoff. Going to work is McCall. McCall and Thompson right now going back and forth. Now McCall is 11, and we've got a timeout from Coach Kurtz.
Should be nicknamed Mr. McCool, the way he's able to handle the ball around the hoop.
Yeah, he's been very composed. You could kind of tell with his development that he was one of those guys that he knows how to dribble the basketball, but sometimes he can just put it somewhere where coaches aren't too comfortable with him kind of trying to get through defenders a couple of times. He's got that sleek build, but sometimes that can result in more turnovers than you'd like.
Yeah, it's just having the presence of mind to stay within yourself in those situations. I mean, we saw it along the baseline where he made the decision to go up into the air for a pass and get double teamed and throw. That's just maturity, more maturity. He'll get there. As a senior still, he has so many other aspects to his game that you have to appreciate. Timeout was taken by head coach John Kurtz, one of the greats.
Yeah.
Came back to Crestview and immediately turned this program around.
And they've had 2 straight Firelands Conference titles to their name, and a win today would pretty much solidify a third if they can take care of business the rest of the way. Ringler misses the three.
One of 6 from 3.
That ball's tipped in the air on a long pass. Crestview takes it away. Thompson going right at Zaccaro, and there will be an offensive foul, and that'll be Justice's second.
Yeah, you just saw him with the elbow, like pushing. He didn't use the body, he used his arm to kind of push him down further, and the referee, you give him 1 or 2, but he continued to do it, and the referee got him.
So Justice to the bench with 2 fouls. Carter Goon comes back into the action.
Only the 4th turnover on Crestview. But even better for St. Paul, it puts Mr. Thompson on the bench.
Corey Frazee gives it to McCall with 2 minutes left in half number 1. Nice way to get away from the defender. 3-pointers missed. Second shot, no. Third effort finally goes in again from Nolan McCall. Leads back with St. Paul.
A little bit of a run. We'll see if Crestview without Thompson can keep it close to allow Coach Kurtz to keep his main player on the bench with 2 fouls.
Good ball movement here from the Crestview Cougars. Ringler takes it back to the Crestview logo. 1.5 minutes left. McCall, after that basket for St. Paul, now has 9 points in the quarter, 13 on the game.
Like Thompson, he's a player that can just take games over by himself.
Goon gets it to Ringler.
So
Look
pretty.
at that hook shot.
Straight up and down elevation. The open look with the arm.
Other way, big collision underneath. Another collision at the half-court line. Goon scoops the basketball. Wells tries to step it back, frees the defense, forces a long pass. Ringler hauls it in. 45 seconds left in the half. Tyson draws two defenders, gives it off. Floater is through. That was Kenner with the basket.
Remember I said height doesn't matter inside the paint? Nobody's there. It's a little teardrop, up and over.
Yeah, Kenner doesn't get too much time, but when he does get in, makes an impact, and you saw it right there. 10 seconds left in the half. Crestview a 3-point lead. McCall wants to change that. Drives in on Ringler, a foul. Just the third foul of the quarter, so we'll have a baseline out of bounds situation here for St. Paul with 4.3 on the clock.
See if McCall can get isolated open inside or they just go out to him.
3 seconds to the corner. Tough shot short. No second effort there. And Crestview holds on to a 3-point lead at the half. Firelands Conference duel going just as we expected it. Tight into the locker rooms. 29-26 on the OH Report.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, but you know we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire up the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones. Our desires, they become who we are. We go hard, giving up, no we're not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here, blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go.
it's time for your OH.REPORT halftime show from the Cougar Den. Jonathan Langdon, Travis Berardi for this Firelands Conference matchup between two teams towards the top in the conference, and it's close as you would expect, 29-26 at the half. Cougars narrowly hold on to this lead, and we're going to give you some halftime numbers to kind of chew on here as Travis chews on his popcorn upstairs. This one's getting interesting.
Yeah, like we said, it's a quick start by Crestview. They were nearly perfect from the field, but St. Paul stayed composed, battled back. They had a couple threes, 9 of 15 from 2, 2 of 9 from 3. Crestview, however, able to take it to the paint, able to get around their defenders and get to the hole to get good looks, 12 of 20 inside the lane, but 1 of 6. That's what kept, St. Paul in it at the beginning of the second quarter, was the fact that they had a couple big threes. Crestview finally able to break through on the bank to get there. Not many rebounds, turnovers, 7. You probably want to get that more towards 5 at the half by St. Paul. That's one of the main reasons why it's a 3-point deficit right there. A couple turnovers that cost them.
Yeah, and then we talked about earlier in the pregame show with Crestview and St. Paul playing very different play styles. You've got the best offense in the league going up against the best defense in the league. Is this trending, Travis, towards a Crestview game or a St. Paul game in your eyes?
Well, you just got to think for St. Paul, the longer they can keep it within reach, it's anybody's game. And that's probably what Coach Miner said in the locker room. Hey, we had a slow start, but we were right back in it. We had a lead for a little bit. We're only down 3, and just the longer the home team has it close, the more they start thinking, the more they get nervous, and that's when you can really take advantage.
Speaking of St. Paul, we'll go ahead and go through individual scorers. Leading the way by far today, 13 points for Nolan McCall, and then you've got 5 points from Grant Coonley, 4 points each for Brock Hauk, and then also Jacob Zaccaro, and then alone 2 points both at the free throw line for Landon Freeze. On the other side of things for Crestview, Justice Thompson having his way with 10 points so far in this game, and then 8, not too far behind, Tyson Ringler with 8 points. Scoreless Daniel Wells, Carter Goon with 4, and then you've got Drew Spoor with 3, and Kenner, who checked into the game, scored his first 2 points of the season. So those are your individual numbers. We've got about 2.5 minutes to go before we start this second half. Hang in there. It's going to be a tight finish here today. We'll take one more break and come back live and free on the OH Report.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Casasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Before we start the third quarter, I want to thank our live and free sponsors tonight from the Cougar Den, Simonson Construction Services Incorporated. From concept to completion, we can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. Also, Scout Construction Services. With more than a decade of business, you can trust Scout Construction with your roofing and siding needs. Call Scout Construction for more information at 419-989-7240. Also, Sutton Bank. Earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Casasa. And Carothers Pest Control. Got a pest? Call the best. 419-342-6841. Here we go with this third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Crestview with the 3-point lead, 29-26. As we are underway, Crestview with the basketball. Daniel Wells scoreless in that first half, gives to Goon.
Yep, new game. 3-point differential, but you just have to play this like 0-0 the rest of the way. Forget the fast start they had, forget the comeback, everything. It's just play the quarter in front of you.
Daniel Wells still cannot find anything to go from beyond the arc. Other way, Zaccaro drives right into Spoor. Can't get it off the glass. There's an offensive board and a bunny missed.
Yeah, just a tough break there. Had two really good chances inside the paint, and it just rimmed out.
Thompson will set a screen here on this play for Goon. Carter, quick first step, hands to Spoor. Spoor one-on-one with his defender, gets him up. Can't get the layup. Ringler, the follow, goes right up over McCall and scores it.
One side, the offensive rebound won't fall. Second side, they get just that to work, and it's a 5-point lead.
Tyson Ringler now with 10 points to tie for the team lead with Thompson. Zaccaro spin move in the lane. He's cut off, has to go inside, and Wells went up, left his feet, and he will pick up the first foul of the half.
Yep. Got caught up in the air and decided I'm just going to come right back down, make sure he doesn't even get a shot off. And we'll get free throws. Now they're going to say it's on the floor.
Yeah, it wasn't any sort of effort to shoot there from St. Paul underneath. So that foul will be on Wells. It's his first. It should be on Wells, but it looks like they gave it to Spoor, and that's his second. Flyers trying to cash in. Driving to the lane, a slam by McCall. Gets the St. Paul fans on their feet early in the third quarter. Quickly to the way, Goon finishes. They get the 2 points right back, but that's an exclamation point, Travis.
He had an even easier look the last time in the first half and slipped going up. This time he had a couple guys in front of him. He went down one-handed with the slam.
Here it is again. We'll have free throws here from Zaccaro, but the slam by McCall just upped the energy in this building just a little bit coming out of the locker rooms.
And just overtook the play of the night.
First free throw from Jacob Zaccaro falls through. Foul earlier was on Tyson Ringler. That's his second. Already an early second team foul in this quarter for Crestview as that second free throw misses. It's 33-29. Another setup from Crestview. Wells drives in, he's cut off, and now is going to travel with it. In the eyes of the official, we're going the other way.
Yeah, let's take a look at the replay. Might have.
Silence
that
tells
foot
you.
A little bit.
The silence tells you everything we think about it. Coonley gives to McCall, who's feeling it. Goon hauls in the rebound. Score stays 33-29. Spoor, he's been the only one to hit a three so far for Crestview, and he keeps that going. He gets his second of the game.
Yeah. Said, you know what? You leave me open like that, I'm going to make you pay.
Averages just over 2 points a game. He's already got 6 here. With now 5 minutes left in the third quarter, Zaccaro looking to go backdoor. Nicely cut off by Justice Thompson. McCall loses it in the air.
And we always talk about, the main players in a game, but in a rivalry game like this, it's the other players, the ones that average 2 points a game. So that'll be on the floor. That hit a couple big shots and completely changed the conception of it, and we've seen it right here.
That foul will go on Zaccaro. His second foul, team first for the Flyers in quarter number 3. Justice with just a little bit of space, finally able to get the ball out top, see what he could do with it. Spin around, cross-court pass, Wells, catch and shoot. No hesitation on the shot, couldn't get it, and then Ringler with an offensive board draws a foul.
That's a great job by Ringler to get position, high point that ball, and he gets bumped on the way down.
That's the second foul on McCall. Not necessarily in foul trouble since we're in the second half, but that's something to keep an eye on with Nolan McCall getting up there in fouls.
Same with Thompson with his 2 fouls. A little luck there by the Cougars.
Yeah, so both star players going to want to watch themselves. Not only defensively for McCall, but just as his fouls have both been offensive. Halfway through the third quarter, we've got Ringler here defended by McCall. Ringler, quick first step through the lane. It looked like there was a deflection on that shot. McCall may have got a hand on it. Other way, the Flyers, baseline drive, floater, just bounces out. Justice pestered by Zaccaro, gets him off with a little shove, and the mid-range jumper's pure. 38-29, Crestview's jumped out to a 9-point lead, and we're going to see a timeout from Coach Miner.
First timeout taken by St. Paul, but for Justice Thompson, the great ones, they know. You give me that little separation, hey, I'll take it.
That puts Justice up to 12 here in this one. First score of the quarter. So we've had some momentum swings for sure. Of course, the dunk by McCall, but that hasn't really resulted in much in the scoring column, but more so on the Crestview side.
Well, you want to know why? He goes down, gets the slam, but immediately right back at you. Crestview comes down, answers it with a 2, and it's, okay, yeah, that's a great dunk, but you didn't get any advantage from that. We come down, we answer it, and it's the same thing we had 20 seconds earlier. They got a stop, came down, hit the 3, and you're out and running again. It's how you take advantage of plays like that for St. Paul. They couldn't get back in time, and it's a moot point.
It's the winning plays that Crestview's been able to accumulate so far in this one to build out this 38-29 lead. Both teams still have 4 timeouts to go. They kind of just let things roll those first 3.5 quarters, but now expect to see some more methodical timeout calls to try and swing the game in your favor in certain spurts. .320 and counting in the third quarter to go. Cougars up 9. Flyers with a chance to eat into it.
Great backdoor cut.
Feet inside, nowhere to go. It's a travel, no double dribble.
But even better defense by Crestview. Yeah, they let the backdoor cut go, but there was somebody right there inside the block to shut it down and force the turnover.
Brady Fritz is the one to turn it over, and we've got Thompson coming the other way across the timeline for the Cougars.
9th turnover against the Flyers here today. Only 2nd of the half, though.
Thompson zigzags out top, gives to Wells. Wells step back for 3 at the left wing, left short. His cold night continues. And here comes Freeze, stops on a dime and finds a cutting Fritz. It's now 38-31 after that score from the Flyers.
Great hustle there, running the floor, nobody guarding him, and just a 2-man game right there with the cut.
First bucket of the night for Brady Fritz as Thompson tries to force the issue. Misses the first effort, but fights and gets his own rebound. Durbin back in the ballgame, feeds to the right wing. This is Ringler. Now Wells continues to work, and he will draw some contact.
Both teams 7 total fouls in this one. Only the first foul on Freeze.
See what setup Crestview goes for here in the baseline inbound. Double screen for Thompson, doesn't work. They'll have to lob it over top. Fritz couldn't get it. Goon high points the basketball. Now gives to Durbin in the corner, and they'll play catch. Goon finds Spoor at the free throw line, gives it back.
Cougars playing some patient offensive basketball here with less than 2 left in the third.
Ringler rips through and finds the angle off the glass.
Patience leads to 2 points and a 9-point advantage.
Tyson Ringler now with 12 on the game. McCall rises up over the shorter defender, can't get it, and this one saved out of bounds by Zaccaro. Another takeaway for this Cougar defense. It's 40-31, and they could make it a 10-point lead for the first time tonight.
Yeah, this is a pivotal point in this one because you got to think a couple more buckets for Crestview. They can have a nice momentum advantage as we head to the fourth. Can St. Paul keep this from getting out of hand?
Spoor finds Thompson. Catch, shoot, right wing. Big shot for Justice.
And there's your answer.
43-31. Thompson, a quick closeout, allows an easy drive. Shot no good. Ball falls with Crestview. Couple of deflections it took. Under a minute to go in the third. Thompson thought about a long three. He'll now spin around his defender, but a block by McCall.
It's a great move, but an even better block.
Fritz tiptoes that baseline. Threads the needle between two defenders and now gives to Freeze, who finds a lane and can't get the bank shot right there for the follow. McCall.
And that's where McCall can be very lethal, is on that offensive glass. Haven't seen too much from him on the offensive glass tonight, but when he's been there, he's taken advantage.
Crestview will hold for the last shot, it seems. They have a 10-point lead at the moment. Justice Thompson sitting on 15 points. Looks like he'll be the one to try and take the shot. He forces the issue. Thought he was fouled. No call. Other way. 3 seconds left. Freeze coast to coast. Yes!
And that's a huge shot for St. Paul. 4-0 run to finish the quarter. They keep it to within 10 at 8 points. And we're going to be in for one quite great fourth quarter.
43-35. Money time coming up. Live and free on the OH Report.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Your quarter-by-quarter scoring as we head into the final frame. Crestview's been able to tie or win each quarter thus far, and they're going to need to do it again to try and get this win. They have an 8-point advantage. Can the Flyers come back and make it interesting here in the final moments?
Well, the big thing was it said 14-9. It was 14-5 Crestview in that third quarter until the last minute when St. Paul went on a 4-0 run to get it back to within 8 points.
McCall straight line drive, lost it in the air, may have been blocked. Spoor and Ringler, the Knights defense.
Wow, what a
Zipped
pass
inside, extra one to Ringler who misses. Long rebound to Thompson, steps through 3 defenders. Can he finish? No, but he does. Draw contact, free throws coming for Justice.
That was a pellet thrown inside. And then Thompson nearly with the acrobatic bucket. He will get 2 free throws, though.
Thompson's improved his mark at the line in the later stages of the season. He makes the first one there, and he's up over 80% now after making that free throw.
Crestview, just like St. Paul, both 3 of 4 from the line.
Thompson rattles that one in. It rolls around. Falls through, makes it a 10-point lead. 45-35. That last foul was on McCall. That's his third, as St. Paul scores on the other end to bring it back to an 8-point deficit.
Another backdoor cut along the baseline. Nobody there to cut him off.
That was Frazee scoring his first bucket of the day. Thompson, nice pass from Wells, but he missed the layup. McCall rises up, gets the rebound over 3 Cougars. And Coonley crosses over, uses the baseline, tried to feed it in. Ball corrals, bounces around a couple of times, and still not necessarily solely possessed. Now finally is. Goon has it.
Wrangler's smart job there. Just backing it out, not forcing the issue. It was a little out of hand. Now Crestview can get into its set.
Goon through 2 defenders. Thought he saw some contact, but no. Zaccaro has an open man down the floor, zips that one in there, and Brock Hauk does the rest.
And it's just little plays like that defensively. Got a hand on the ball when it looked like the driver was in the driver's seat to get to the hole, and it turns into 2 points the other way. And now a 6-point lead now. That was at one point 12 for Crestview.
45-39, St. Paul inching closer. 2 minutes into the fourth.
And again, this is where Crestview just needs to be patient in their set and get an open look. They've been successful when they've done that.
Wells draws McCall, finds Goon on a straightaway.
See what I mean?
Just what you said, Travis.
But that's when Crestview's the most successful.
How about Grant Coonley here in this game, shooting it from beyond the arc?
And that is how St. Paul is successful, is when they get open looks for 3.
That's Coonley's second tray ball. He's now got 8 points.
Both teams now with 3 threes on the night.
And both teams really have one source that's been reliable so far tonight. Coonley for St. Paul, and then also for Crestview, Sporer. Both of them on the floor right now. Thompson top of the key. Tries to rip through, and it looks like there will be a foul, and Zaccaro, and I think the coaching staff as well, thought that was a jump ball. I think the right hand was on the ball, but it was the left hand on the back that did it.
Yep, I can agree with you 100% on that. And also, he kind of pulled the rug out from under Thompson, but that motion of him falling, it's a tough luck foul. It's a foul, but it's tough luck. Crestview almost gives it back.
Cougars looking for a score. Justice through the lane. Off balance layup, can't get it. Ball falls still with Crestview. Long offensive board again.
That was just who would fight more for the ball, and it was Crestview.
Thompson drives on the left side of the basket and banks it home. McCall catches, lays it up and in. Good quick response.
And another one of those times where Crestview, a big bucket, but immediately on the other end, St. Paul with an answer to get it back down to 5. And Coach Kurtz will call his second timeout of the evening here with 4:15 left in regulation. Down to the wire we go, Jonathan.
That it is, because these two teams, it feels like every time they play, it's close until maybe the fourth quarter. Someone will go away with it. But also last year when they played at St. Paul, we remember what happened there, the buzzer beater to give St. Paul a share of the Firelands Conference title.
And to break the undefeated record of Crestview.
There's a lot. Cougar Den. We sit at a 49-44 score.
Now coming up for Crestview tomorrow, they're at South Central. Then they get a bit of a break. They get a couple days off. Well, actually, they just get one day off, I should say. They get Friday off. They play Saturday against Plymouth on the road. Then Tuesday, non-conference action against Madison. Friday, on Valentine's Day, they host Western Reserve, and then they finish things out on Saturday at St. Paul.
Still a lot of basketball to be played here at Crestview High School. Celebrating a lot of senior nights elsewhere, especially in the girls' game, but here at Crestview, basketball's just heating up. Plenty more games with many implications still to be played. Spoor misses everything on that three-pointer and gives the ball back to St. Paul.
And that's not the look you wanted if your head coach, John Kurtz, out of a timeout.
St. Paul rolls it out to about the 10-foot volleyball line. And here's a catch and shoot from Coonley. No. That ball's last off Crestview. Still tried to save it, St. Paul. Another possession. Coonley, he'll try again. Far side corner. Looked good out of the hands, and it falls through to make it a 2-point game.
Once again, St. Paul coming back at you. 3:30 left.
3 triples on the game for Coonley, 2 of them coming in this final frame. Wells, tough shot, no. McCall scoops. Zaccaro surveys the floor, hands to Coonley. Ball moves around, another 3, no. Thompson gets the board, he runs the break. A 4-on-2, Thompson stops, pops, no. Another board, Thompson, second chance in the corner. 52-47, St. Paul the other way. McCall left open from 3, fakes it.
The 9th offensive rebound is the biggest for Crestview tonight. Turns a 2-point advantage into a 5-point advantage. And who else would you like taking a shot like that but Justice Thompson?
McCall responds.
But who else would you like taking a shot like that for St. Paul?
Steps to his right, the lefty. Feeling it here tonight. He's now got 22. Thompson on the other side. Up over the head of McCall. 4-point lead again for the Cougars. 2 minutes to go. McCall left open again, straight away. No. Fight for the rebound, won by St. Paul. McCall sees a lane, and he'll get it in the foul. What a stretch of basketball these last couple possessions. The foul goes on Spoor. That's his 3rd.
Crestview appeared to have had the rebound. It got knocked loose and right into the player that St. Paul wanted it to go to, Nolan McCall, who took it in strong, got the bucket to fall, and it could be a 1-point game with 2 minutes left.
It was Brady Fritz getting in there, ripping away the rebound, and giving him another chance, and the 3-point play is converted. It is a 1-point game in the Cougar Den. St. Paul on their feet. Under 2 minutes left. Wells way out top, faces some pressure, gives to Justice Thompson, who sits on 24 points. Spoor, Goon. Goon will take a screen.
Smart by him knowing it was McCall on it.
Thompson, catch, shoot. In and out. A chance to take the lead for St. Paul.
Great look, it just wouldn't go down.
McCall finds it open, Fritz inside. What a look for the Flyers. They have their first lead of the half. Timeout, Coach Kurtz.
Only the second time St. Paul's had a lead tonight, and it might be at the right time.
1:19 to go. A dream stretch for the Flyers, who could soar to 9-1 in the conference after this and tie for first place.
So we're talking about Crestview's path to the end of the season. Well, it gets just as hard for St. Paul tomorrow. They host Mapleton, a team that knocked them off 73-69 in overtime and put them into their first loss of the season. Why this game is so pivotal for them. After that, they're at Western Reserve, they're at Plymouth, and then they finish off, like I said, at home with Crestview.
Crestview, out of the two, definitely has the easier path in Firelands play the rest of the way leading up to that final game. But Crestview needs this one to kind of
give them a cushion.
Yeah, give them a cushion.
Allow that last game to be not for as much, you know.
And as I said in the scene setter, control their own destiny.
Yes, absolutely. You want that extra game pad when you play. You still have to play that team again.
2 timeouts left for Crestview, 4 for St. Paul. Bonus is not in the picture for either team. 1 foul on Crestview, 2 for St. Paul. But if we do get to the late stages, it's going to take some time for any team that's down in this one to get to the bonus.
Where is Justice Thompson right now? That's the player I want the ball in the hands.
He sits at the free throw line now, top of the key, as Goon is right by him. They get it to Justice, back to the basket. He squares up on Zaccaro. Thompson, spin move, right into 2 defenders. He's rejected. McCall, right place, right time.
Crestview needs the foul 4 times to get St. Paul into the bonus, so it's a game of keep away here for 45 seconds.
Corey Frazee on the basketball, Spore defense. Frazee to the cup. Can he lay it in? Yes, he can. It's a 3-point lead.
Coach Kurt's calling a play. They're not going to take a timeout here.
Need to save those 2 that they have.
Nope, and he now will when he sees St. Paul, or I should say Crestview, a little out of sorts.
23.4 on the clock, and it's now a 3-point game. How about this late surge from St. Paul, as they could steal one from the Cougars on the road. Again,
Just an unbelievable game.
Again, with this win, if Norwalk can seal it, it's a chance to rob Crestview of their 3rd straight title 10 days from now. If they can win there, win the rest of the way leading up to, of course. But if they can beat Crestview, they could be outright champions.
Yeah. This sets up a lot if St. Paul can hold things on.
But don't count out 10 in white. Sideline inbound, out of the timeout, Wells across the timeline. 20 seconds to go in this one. Goon gets the handoff, looking for Thompson off a double screen. He's open from the right wing.
Oh, just short.
And it's McCall who scoops. 10 seconds left. They've got a foul. Lob over top. 5 seconds to go. Keep away. St. Paul plays it. They
They're
get
gonna win
it to
it.
the corner. It's over. Wow. St. Paul steals one from the Cougars on the road. 57-54.
You want a rivalry game? You just got one.
The Flyers jump to 13-5 on the year. They tie Crestview at first in the Firelands at 9-1. The Cougars are now 14-3. We'll have our MVP of this one coming up live and free. It's Nolan McCall on the OH Report. What a finish from the Cougar Den. We've got our post-game show to break it all down for you. Brought to you by Scout Construction, LLC. Jonathan Langdon, Travis Berardi still recovering from this one. What a finish today. Come from behind victory for the Flyers from Norwalk St. Paul, 57-54.
And like I've been saying all game long, it looked like at the start of this one it was just going to be Crestview running away with it, but St. Paul kept with it and really, stuck with it till the end. Made the upset, the minor upset. Now we're in a tie for first place in the Firelands Conference as we take a look at the stats real quick. And it's pretty much the same, except St. Paul hit one more three than Crestview, and that's your difference in it, 57-54. Crestview just barely out-rebounding. 2 more on the offensive end, but you see the threes. 5 of 15. Crestview only 4 of 12.
Yeah, so big finish here for St. Paul, able to pull out the win. See the quarter-by-quarter scoring, and that fourth quarter tells you everything, 22-11.
Yeah, what a run, especially right at the end of the game to go on a run to finish it. Justice Thompson had a look. He had a look, but it was just a bit short because he had to stay about 6 feet behind the three-point line to get an open look.
Nolan McCall's with us. We'll take a break and get to our MVP interview on the OH Report. Time now for your Sutton Bank player of the game, Norwalk St. Paul. Big win tonight against Crestview. Nolan McCall was a big piece in that with 24 points, and it looks like the whole team is joined behind you.
Yeah.
It's big tonight, and there's a good reason for it. Congratulations. Huge win today. And let's just break down that fourth quarter. You guys won it 22-11. Breakout in scoring. What helped you guys do that?
I think we just picked up our energy, gave everything we got because we knew it was the end. So we didn't want to leave anything and feel sorry for ourselves.
Yeah, so towards the later stretch of that game, Crestview calls a couple of timeouts, but it gives you an opportunity to kind of regroup as a team. What was said in those huddles that helped you guys get it done?
Our coaches were just pumped up the whole time. I mean, it was great vibes from the coaches, and we were just like, as a team, we're all clicking today.
All right, for you individually, 24 points. You had such a great start in the first half. What was opening up for you?
I just felt like I had the driving lanes. They were not helping as much as normal, so I just kept taking it. I wasn't passing it.
All right, and then the win today, what was the mentality coming in, and do you think that's changed after the result?
I don't think it's changed, but I think coming in, we were just like, we got to get these guys. I mean, we split with them last year. We won it outright this year.
And now you've got another chance to potentially steal the title from them in the last game of the year, but you've got a couple games to go before that. What's the shift now?
Can't let up. Can't let up. Got to keep going.
All right, congrats, Nolan. Good job on the win. Go ahead and take a look at the camera. Give some shout-outs.
Shout out to Coach Miner, who couldn't be here today, and then shout out to my dad, who also couldn't be here today.
Hey, boys, make some noise. Nolan McCall, 24 points. I don't know how many blocks, but a lot. Congrats, Nolan. Congrats, St. Paul, on the win.
Thank you.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
And time to wrap things up. Gotta love it when the whole team makes their way up into
absolutely.
the bleachers and kind of crashes the party for our MVP interviews. But rightfully so tonight. Biggest win of the season by far for Norwalk St. Paul, and they've got a chance to do it again in 10 days.
Yeah, Crestview top 20 in all of Division 6 according to Max Preps, their rating system. Also St. Paul in the top 40. So, these are two high-quality teams in the state of Ohio in small school. And St. Paul, they're going to be jumping up the ratings after that big victory over Crestview, handing them only their third loss of the year.
Yeah, so for the Flyers, 24 points with Nolan McCall. He led the way, of course. Also, Coonley had 6 points in that fourth quarter, both off of three-pointers. He ends the day with 11 to help out as well. So those were the two leading scorers tonight for the Flyers. Justice Thompson had 24 of his own. He had quite the game, just couldn't finish it out like he did in their last game against Mapleton. Have it sometimes you don't.
Yeah, it was just he had to play about 6-7 feet behind the three-point line on that last shot and just came up a tad bit short. It was on line, but a bit short, and there's your difference, 3 points.
Mapleton's up next for St. Paul. That's a really big game for them. They lost the first one.
Yeah, in overtime.
Yeah, in overtime, but they are going to be home for that, so that's huge. And then Crestview will be at South Central. Both of these teams, they're going to be right back at it tomorrow.
Yeah, for Crestview, just got to regroup, try and get on the winning track against South Central because you still have a championship to play for. St. Paul, you got to get revenge against Mapleton or you're back in the same position you were coming into the night if you lose.
And you may be wondering, why is it back-to-back games on back-to-back days? This was actually made up from a couple weeks ago. It was a weather delay.
And also, with what's supposed to be coming in tonight, those games may get pushed back as well.
Exactly. So could definitely keep an eye on that with your respective schools, whether you're a Crestview or a St. Paul fan, to make sure those games actually get played tomorrow, because a lot's coming here on Thursday in our area. That's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for watching Live and Free. We had quite the classic tonight in the Cougar Den. Jonathan Langdon, Travis Berardi here on the call. Brandon Powell, your camera operator tonight. And we're going to be thinking about this one for the next couple of weeks, especially towards the end of the season. And we'll have round 2 on the way. Final game of the year between Crestview and St. Paul in Norwalk that time. Thanks to our sponsors bringing us here tonight: Simonson Construction Services, Scout Construction Services, Sutton Bank, and Carothers Pest Control. Joe Show's coming up in 15 minutes. Make sure to stay tuned on the OH Report, live and free.